Hi, this is Emiko with the show, and we are sitting here today with Michael Quinby, Chief Commercial Officer of AirHush.
Hi, Emiko.
Thanks for being here, Michael.
My pleasure.
So, I want to tell you guys a little bit about AirHush, and then Michael's going to answer some very detailed questions. I first saw AirHush at NAMM in January, but we are thrilled, beyond thrilled, to say that you're making your high-end audio world premiere with the show 2019.
Happy to be here.
Big, big, big deal. What makes AirHush so different as a sound treatment technology, and why are people so fascinated with it?
Well, I think we have a couple of very clear advantages. The technology that has been patented thoroughly by Jim Pilar, our CEO and inventor, is a true sound attenuation technology. So it is the flat surface that encloses an inflatable chamber that basically translates sound energy into heat energy. So it's a true attenuator. The modularity of it as well, how basically we, trademark Lego application that you can basically fit these remarkable panels and really allow your own sense of design and your own particular sonic needs to develop an environment that has a really, really effective sound attenuation technique. So you basically can build a room around something, you can keep sound in, you can keep sound out, build it around an amplifier, build it around a compressor even. It's just a very versatile and very effective technology. And it's really the inflation that's the new thing.
So one of the comments that I've gotten from many people as they've been walking through setup has been, oh, an air mattress. Oh, bubble wrap.
Yep.
Oh, one of those cool LED light panels. How nice. I do know that AirHush does have a capacity to have logos displayed on it.
Yep.
So there is an actual cool appearance factor to it as well.
Yep.
In your installs so far, how many people are looking at the appearance side of it and not just the actual functional side of it?
Well, it's a very interesting conversation to be had because the panel itself, you either have the, oh, it looks like an air mattress, I don't like it, but 95% of the time, wow, what a great physical appearance it has. It's a very sexy thing when it's all set up and modularized. So the ability to totally brand, or you can put your own artwork over it, the channels within the frame were developed around trade show technology. Mm-hmm. So the T.H.E technology, which allows us to put them together in any configuration you want, also allows us to put artwork or additional sound treatments, so we can put Auralex panels over them to break down reflection. So appearance-wise, we're getting mostly really positive feedback. It just looks cool.
It does look cool.
It's really neat.
It does. I had an interesting conversation with an acoustical engineer yesterday who swore to the heavens that the AirHush panel was a highly, highly, highly reflective component and therefore was not usable in his room. And he just went on for what felt like an eternity, but it was probably moments.
Sure.
All he did was explain to me why this was. And knowing what I know from you,
yes.
I looked at him very respectfully and I said, actually, it's not. Looks are deceiving.
Yeah. The design basically is two flat planar surfaces that sandwich the inflatable. So it's not the inflatable that's touching the frame, it's actually sandwiched between two pieces of MLV, mass-loaded vinyl,
right,
which is being used to build bass traps out of just that one material. So people will look at it and think, oh, it's glass or it's acrylic.
Right.
It is a very malleable, soft, dense material.
Right.
So it does absorb. It's not as reflective as it intuitively seems.
Right.
And particularly at our booth, we're going to have a fully enclosed chamber of this.
How big is the chamber?
It's 4x4. And it's 6'9" ceiling, so it's got doors in a ceiling, and we can shut people in there, and they can talk to themselves, and it shocks everyone about what a warm, natural environment it creates when it's an enclosure. People expect it to be reflective, but it really isn't. And you have to see it to believe it.
I noticed on your social media, which is at AirHush on Facebook and Instagram,
yes,
that one of the cool applications was building what appeared to be window shutters.
Yes.
For, I believe it was a recording studio that I saw.
Yep.
What other applications, because this is your high-end audio world premiere, and so a lot of the attendees are going to be looking for home use.
Yes.
What type of home use could you recommend, or do you anticipate AirHush being used to build in people's listening rooms?
Well, I think the short answer really is creating an enclosure of an environment. You're building a high-end home audio system that usually makes a lot of noise.
Right.
So this, the two-sided application here is the sonic quality of the interior of a room within a room, basically. And you're also knocking down 35 to 65 dB of signal going out of that room. So if you have an audiophile who has a family or neighbors,
right,
that what you can do is really contain a room and really get creative about the shape you use. You can actually tune rooms using rolling walls, which we also have an example of on the booth as well.
Fantastic.
So it's really just a great attenuator no matter where you put it.
How did Jim come up with this, and what was the story behind how he came up with it and why?
Well, the short and totally relevant story is that he and his two sons are musicians, and they were banging away on their guitars in their really lovely house in Haight-Ashbury. So packed houses, but mostly his wife was becoming displeased with the amount of racket making it from the basement, and
right.
Jim had a background a bit in materials, so he sort of did his homework and crunched it together and literally went out to a large box store whose name I shall not mention,
right,
and got air mattresses. He literally, this started with air mattresses and then started fiddling with it, and there was that aha moment where he and his kids sort of set his wife up, and you sit here, like, everything okay? And they went down there and banged away, and they came back up very excited and said, "Did you hear that?" And she said, "Hear what?" So this remarkably simple idea, which hugely researched by the US Patent Office, took many, many years because they themselves couldn't believe that it hadn't already been done.
Awesome. Michael Quinby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
AirHush.com, AirHush.com/music, at AirHush on all social media platforms. I'm saying panels now because they're AirHush panels. Look at that. This really is the coolest thing to hit the market in decades.
Thank you.
We're so pleased that you're making your high-end audio world premiere with us. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much.
For more interviews, behind the scenes, and crazy anecdotes, keep checking out the show on all your social media platforms and on YouTube. I am your illustrious host, Emiko, and until next time, I bid you a fond farewell. Thank you so much for watching.